To honor my grandma, I'm gonna restore her sewing machine. Come on this little journey with me. I'm here tackling another project, and it's restoring my grandmother's sewing machine. She passed away in November 2022, and I inherited her sewing machine. This sewing machine has been in our family since I was a little bitty girl, and a lot of dresses and a lot of things were made for me in this sewing machine. I remember sitting right underneath her feet and taking all the little scraps of material and trying to make dresses for my Barbies. I have so many fond memories, and I am so honored that I get to have this piece of history, of our family history, in our home. So I'm gonna restore it, make it nice, and then have it as a focal point and a way to remember her and honor her life and what she meant to us. I'm gonna start out this project by giving it a good cleaning. It's a little sticky, it has dust. This sewing machine lived in my grandmother's New York City 1-bedroom apartment and for many years, and she kept it in the kitchen where you would normally have like a small dining room set. This was her workstation. She worked as a seamstress for many years, and when she would bring work home, this is where she did it. So I'm giving it good cleaning. Another thing about this is that it's so sentimental because I know my grandmother sewed for so many people, and when she would go back to visit her country, Dominican Republic, where she was born, she would make things for people and then bring it back to them and, you know, clothe a lot of people that were in need. So that's another story about my grandma. She was such a giving person. She is the reason why I was born in the United States. She worked hard as a seamstress, left her family so that she can provide for them, came to the US, lived in New York City and provided. And then eventually when my mom was older, she was able to come to the States. And my mom also worked as a seamstress for a while until she had me. Then she worked from home and did that job as well. So this sewing machine was not only used by my grandma, but many people in our family that wanted to earn an extra income use this sewing machine. So let me get cleaning because it's kind of sticky, and I want to not restore it in a way where you can't tell what it was before, or I want to really preserve the look of it, but I just want to give it a good cleaning. And then the legs I am going to paint. I want to spray paint them in gold, and that's what I'm hoping for. And it does have a little bit of rust, so we have to take care of that, but I'm going to do everything so delicately because we still want to use it. It is a working sewing machine, so whenever, you know, my mom's around and she wants to come and use it, she can. I will have to learn because I've only used the Singer sewing machines that are, you know, from the stores that are more modern. I have not ever used anything like this, but I would like to learn. Over here, you can see that there's like a ribbon. It's like plastic or vinyl with measurements. But here, there's like stickiness to it. Like maybe she had put a tape before. So it's coming off real good because I'm just using Glue Gun and just letting it do its thing, and then kind of gently just removing that. And it's coming off real good. I was able to use the Glue Gun to take out all the stickiness. And now I'm just using this Scrub Daddy to just kind of clean up. As you can see, I was able to remove all the stickiness, and with the Scrub Daddy, I was able to scrub out as much as the dirt as possible. This worked really well. Now it's time to tackle the legs and the bottom. I sprayed it with some Glue Gun because it's really sticky, and dusty. So I'm going to let that do its work and kind of like, you know, remove some of the layers of grease and dust, and then I will see what else I can do to get it as clean as possible so that I can paint them. So I scraped off a lot of the gunkiness in it with using Goo Gone, using the Scrub Daddy, and now I have power tools. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more of this to kind of clean off the surface a little bit more and take the grease off. And then I have a bucket of water. This is perfect because it gets into all those nooks and crannies. Wow, look at that. Looks good. And then this is the part that's gonna get painted. All right, so it's been a few days since I started the project of restoring my grandmother's sewing machine. And sorry, you're going to probably hear background noise, people mowing their lawns, and the traffic going by. I have my garage door open. It is what it is. It's super hot, so I had to open the garage door. We don't have AC in here, of course. So I almost forgot to film the part where I just cleaned it up, sanded it. It's all clean and ready to go for paint. I already started spray painting, so let me show you a little bit more of a close-up of what it looks like before I completely cover the whole bottom of the sewing machine, the legs, with this gold antique paint. I removed a lot and I sanded it so that the paint could take a little bit more. You see some of the rust I had to remove, so it's ready to be painted. This is just one layer of the spray paint. We're using this metallic, you know, kind of like an antique gold finish on it. So I'm starting that. I covered the top because that's not gonna get painted. So here's the sewing machine part, and I had cleaned it up really good, sanded down a couple of imperfections, and then just finished painting it. And to protect it, it's drying, so that's why it's super shiny right now. To protect it, I did some tape, and in some of the holes I just stuck little sticks, just so that I make sure that I don't damage any of the internal parts. So now I'm just gonna be removing all the little things so that it can dry, and it's looking good. And here it is, it's finally finished, and many tears were shed as I was working on this. And I might share a tear just as I'm talking, but it was a labor of love and I loved it. And when I showed it to my mom and my aunts, they even shared a couple of tears. So here it is. It's gonna be in my home forever, and hopefully for many other generations. Hopefully one of the boys will keep it in the family. Thanks for watching, and if you wanna watch some of my other DIY videos, click here and don't forget to subscribe.